By First Financial Bank, we put your success first. Learn more at bankatfirst.com. Member FDIC. Reds Live, the pregame edition. We'll have plenty to talk about tomorrow. High noon for Reds Live tomorrow. It's brought to you by Ray St. Clair Roofing. Luis Castillo goes to the hill tomorrow for Cincinnati. And as the Reds still a chance to win this series, 2 starts versus the Pirates, a sparkling 1.64 ERA, including opening day. Amir Garrett will get as much time as he needs to warm up. A lot going on. Jared Hughes was just ejected from the game, mandatory. Both benches were warned earlier in this game. David Bell was ejected from the game. And as Garrett gets set to pitch, there's trade rumors brewing. And again, nothing confirmed by the Reds. But there are several reports out there that Trevor Bauer has been traded to the Reds, part of a 3-team deal. Part of the deal, and it's been reported that Yasiel Puig is going to the Indians, but he is still in the game. If there were an official trade, he would not be in this game. The reports have Reds prospect Taylor Trammell going to the Padres in the 3-team deal. Bauer to the Reds, Trammell to the Padres, Puig to the Indians. We'll just have to wait and see. We are just reporting other reports around baseball tonight. So what else can happen?
Well, we could see a 1-2-3 inning right here. Maybe a double play from Garrett. And a 6-run inning by the Reds in the bottom of the 9th.
I'm for it. Why not? Why not cap off a crazy night with that? So mandatory that Jared Hughes has to be tossed from the game after hitting Marte after both benches warned, and that also warrants the manager or acting manager to be thrown out of the game. Freddie Benavidez, the bench coach, not in the dugout. I would assume, as Bell with the ground ball, runner on the move on the play, so the play is to first base. 1 out. Benavidez indeed ejected from the game. So I would imagine game planner Jeff Pickler would be running the show down there. We haven't been in this situation this year, and there he is.
Well, if he wins this game, maybe let him manage tomorrow.
Yeah. Batters Colin Moran. Marte at second base now. And Puig will see it fall in front of him. Marte gets a late wave around. In fact, he has to put on the brakes. He was jogging to third base. Joey Cora, the third base coach, the last minute waved him around.
Well, he hesitated between second and third because he wasn't sure if the ball was going to be caught or not. He, maybe because it's a widespread ball game right here. He watch him right here as he starts to run, and he realizes, uh-oh, is Puig going to catch that ball? And then he realizes no. Cora waves him in, but he decides to slam on the brakes and go back.
Maybe when he started going to third, it was just a trot, so it's a good thing he did put on the brakes, for him at least. Fly ball. And out of here. Jose Osuna comes off the bench and delivers a 3-run home run. It's been an ugly night for the home team. First pitch swinging. Jose Osuna.
And you really got to wonder how really ready to pitch in this game was Amir Garrett. I mean, if he didn't throw much down in the Reds bullpen and came in basically cold out of the pen. I saw him throwing long toss behind the mound. I've never seen him do that when he's come into a game before. And I don't know whether he had all the time in the world or not to warm up or not. I'm going to check that rule to see if he does or not. Because after an ejection, it's not like you're leaving the game with an injury. And the next pitcher comes in and has all that time.
Don't you think it should be that way?
Well, I don't know whether it should be or not. I'm just saying I don't think it is. And I think Vanover gave him an extra pitch or two. And Amir Garrett said he was ready. But I mean, clearly, maybe not ready enough. So he looks back on this inning and he's given up a 3 spot. 2 of his own, 1 of Hughes.
Well, the 6th spot in the Pirates lineup has done major damage. We documented what Dickerson did, so it's Osuna hitting out of the 6th spot. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs from the 6 hole from the Pirates tonight. And here comes Jeff Pickler to the mound. There is a serious conversation going on right now, and Garrett is hot. And now there's some serious chirping coming from the Pirates dugout. And now Garrett's on his way to the dugout, and here we go. Oh! Garrett goes in there punching. This is not a good scene at all. You could feel it brewing and brewing and brewing. And I'm not sure the umpires are going to be able to break up this one.
Well, they're going to have to look back on this. There's David Bell, who came back out of the clubhouse. Going after Clint Hurdle, evidently.
Bell having words with Hurdle. Garrett went flying towards the Pirates dugout and went throwing punches. A certain suspension for him. David Bell, who had already been ejected from this game, out of the dugout, trying to get to Clint Hurdle. And they got to separate these 2 teams somehow, because this is not going to stop.
That's Sonny Gray and Chris Archer.
And now Puig from the back. Puig coming at Crick. Cooler heads need to prevail here. They need to get Puig off the field. They need to get David Bell off the field. They're holding back Votto in this melee.
Well, at some point, Reason has to survive right here, and everybody just needs to take a deep breath and back off. There will be suspensions. There will be fines. Hopefully there are no injuries.
These two teams still have to play a game here tomorrow afternoon. Finally, the teams separated. So a lot of talking going on down there. And this one will be a hard one to sort out. They need to get Puig off this field.
I'm not sure who's been ejected out of this ball game or not, other than we know for certain Hughes, Benavides, and David Bell.
Now the two teams migrating towards each other once again. This is going to be multiple ejections. Fines, as you said, suspensions.
I'd be interested to find out what sparked Amir Garrett in the very beginning.
Is Garrett on the mound?
To throw his glove down and basically charge the Pirates dugout and then throw a haymaker.
Is Garrett on the mound? And he was talking to Jeff Pickler and it had enough. And this is what started it. Garrett went flying in there with a punch that looked like it connected. Nope, it missed. Luckily. Suarez, the first red there. In the bottom of your screen, you're going to see David Bell sprinting out of the Reds dugout, went straight for Clint Hurdle, pushed him away. Bell gets taken to the ground, put in a headlock. And really getting roughhoused on the bottom of the pile. And when he got up, it's as mad as you will ever see. And the words directly at Clint Hurdle. Amir, after starting it, second benches clearing situation between these two teams this season.
Peraza Peraza, what we do know is this, that there are multiple ejections here. The people who we know are not ejected are going to be, it looks like Kyle Farmer behind the plate, and Jose Peraza will probably come on to pitch. For David Bell to come out of the clubhouse after he's been ejected from a game, that's going to be problematic for the Reds manager. And you're right, Jim. I have never seen David Bell that angry and out of control. So now the acting manager, Jeff Pickler, will receive the news from Larry Vanover as to who's eligible and who's not.
Well, how they can sort this out without looking at our video, I'm not sure how on field level you can sort out everything that happened. League office will certainly do that.
The umpires want to get the game going. They want to eject those guys who they think were most deserving, and then let the league handle it from there.
Yeah. Well, just looking out onto the field, Jose Iglesias is out there. Yasiel Puig is on the field with his glove, which
so what happens
is surprising.
You go over those players that are still eligible to play, and Jeff Pickler has to determine, all right, well, who are we going to play where, and who do we have on the bench that can come in and substitute for somebody who may have been thrown out of the game? Now, Puig and Dietrich are still out there around the shortstop spot. Have they been ejected?
The player that Garrett went after was Trevor Williams. And we understand that Williams was ejected from the game prior to Garrett charging the Pirates dugout. He had been having words with Garrett. And now, as I said, that Puig was on the field with his glove. Now he is walking off. We are going to assume that he's one of the ejections. And if you believe the trade rumors out there tonight, this might be the last time you see him in a Reds uniform.
Well, it would be kind of ironic, wouldn't it, for the receiving team, if Puig is indeed traded, would have to wait a few days for his service if he is suspended. The suspension follows the player, not the team.
Clint Hurdle getting the word from Larry Vanover. It is Jose Peraza who is warming up on the Great American Ballpark mound. I see Philip Urban in right field to take over for Puig. They've just announced in the press box that Puig and Garrett are the two ejections for the Reds. Kyle Crick apparently ejected. Williams, Archer, and Crick on the Pirates side. They're reporting that those three have been ejected from the game. So we said what can happen next? That happened next. And it's unfortunate. And a position player on the hill. And a crazy game from Great American Ballpark and a crazy night in Cincinnati. First time that Jose Peraza has ever pitched in a major league game. We saw this a bunch last year. But the first Reds position player to pitch here in 2019 is Peraza. 5 times we saw it last year. Position player on the hill. The third out of a wild top of 9.
You go ahead.
Royals?
Cardinals.
Don't even think about it.
Rivalries are tough. Saving money with Geico is easy. Geico, proud partner of MLB.
Humira patients, you inspire us. The way you triumph over adversity and live your lives. That's why we redesigned Humira. We wanted to make the experience better for you. Now there's less pain immediately following injection.